Hey Cougars, Mr. Franklin here. I'm going to go over real quickly what you need to do for Learn It, Teach It number 7, building your final slideshow presentation. So first thing you should do is you should open the template, make sure you click on that and make a copy of your slideshow. Now just remember, this is my example that I had created. So you're going to have to go in and make sure you change things. So background, not going to change. You're going to need to change your moon location as well as talk about stuff that applies to your location. So you may have to go back to 4.2.8 to figure some of that out. You may have to even go back earlier than that to write down a couple things. But basically, what are some things we need to know about your location that impact your base building? Okay, what is your area of expertise? What were you supposed to provide? Just in general, these are the 3 things that I was going to provide. And then you're going to go through, and this is your entire base configuration. So now this is where most of you are probably going to have some issues. So let's take a look at 5.2.5 discussion board. So when you go into the discussion board, you're going to take and look for the final post of other people as best you can, and look for what are they producing. So for example, this person has 3 hydrogen extractors, 1 lithium extractor. So that is hydrogen, that's extraction. So hydrogen, so I'm going to have hydrogen extractor, hydrogen extractor, hydrogen extractor, and then 1 lithium. So I'm going to make those changes as best I can. If I don't know what those changes are going to be because that person did not post, then you should just put unknown. So some of you may have several columns that are unknown, but those things that you do know, you need to put down. Okay, so just go down through the discussion board and fill in this table. And then go ahead and you can go to, I think it's 5.1.6, I believe. It might be, yeah. Put in the pictures for your components. So I did 1, 1, and 2. If you did 4 flexible living space, then you should make a copy of that picture and put it over there. And now you got 3, okay? Or go to the document that we gave you with these cards and copy and paste from the Google Doc and put it in the slideshow. But then you need to go in and make sure you're totaling up all the stuff that you were supposed to total up in the discussion board. This is what I'm making. This is what I need, just from a general standpoint. And you're just going to talk about what each of these pieces do for your base and what they need. Now to the really important slides. So the rest of this is really all about you explaining why you made your choices. So what are some limitations of your choices? So for example, if you picked one of the craters, you may have 0 sunlight. So a solar cell or solar energy may have been out of the question. So you can't do it. There's no point. That would be a limitation based on your location. Maybe you're in a spot where based on your location, it's harder to communicate. It's harder to get information. It's harder there's more exposure to meteor impacts. Okay. All those things, what are some limitations that drove your choices? That's what you should be talking about here. What are some limitations based on other parts of the base? Now, this might be a little bit harder because of how many people in your group participated, but do your best on that. What are some limitations created by other parts? For example, these 2 other parts needed like 10 volts of energy, which caused a problem for me, and I had to change my plan. So that's another way to think of it. When did you have to change your plan? And if you didn't change your plan, then why? Okay. What are some limitations based on your components? Okay. And then unknowns. What are some questions or unknowns that you did not get answered? Tell me that. And then the last one is your why. Why did you make your choices? I chose these. Okay. And so this is more about limitations. What are the problems? And then this is more about why did you make all of your choices? Okay. And you can totally delete all the text that's in here and make it however you want. but those are the questions you should be answering. Okay. Same with any of these slides. You can totally delete all that text and make it your own way, but you should be talking about base location, parts of the base components, and unknowns. Okay. Alrighty. So build that slideshow out, use the discussion board to help you, do your best on it. And even if you are not able to participate in the 5.2.5 discussion board, you can still do this. You may not be able to put all the information here, but you can still select some components. You could still select and tell me why and tell me some limitations. I believe that covers everything that you need to know in order to make your final presentation. So please, please, please send me an email if you have any questions or see me during class or tutorial time, and I'll be happy to help you. Thank you. Bye.